Hello guys, welcome once again. Till now with our Qt C++ GUI tutorial we have seen how to make an application which looks like this, and we have seen how to connect your Qt GUI application with SQLite database, and we have also seen how to make this simple login page. So whenever I enter any username and password and it's if it's correct, then when I press this login button, it opens the second page or second window. Okay, so this is what we have seen till now, and now I want to show you how to work with this second window. I want to show you how to save data into the SQLite database, how to edit that data, and how to delete and do other stuff with the database in this second form. So what I'm going to do is, because whatever code we have written till now, so when I click this login and go to slot and go click here, and here the code previously I have shown you was just using the one window. So I have used this my database or the connection only with this login page. So the connection I have written in the login.cpp itself, but when I want to use the second form, which is also other CPP file, which is called employee info, if you are following these videos, then it's better to make this connection separately so that we can use this connection in the second form also. So in this video I will show you how to make two functions. One is for opening your database and one is for closing your database, and I will explain you why I'm making these function uh, in the meantime whenever I need to show you whatever information I want to share with you. So right now I'm in login.cpp, and here I'm making the connection in my login constructor, wherever my UI setup UI uh, code is there. Okay, so if you are following this video, you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is I will copy all this code from here, and I will go to login.h. Right now I'm in login.cpp, and I will go to login.h, and in here I will make two functions. So these function I want to make it public because I want to use it in the second form also. So I will make function, first of all let me make it public, so it's public, and I will make first function as void con close. This is the first function I want to make, and second function I want to make is bool con open. Okay, so these two function I will make here, and because I will be using my QSQL database object in the second form also, so I will just cut this code here, QSQL database and database object, and I will cut and paste it in here in my public here. Okay, so first thing I will do this, and then I will write the code for this con open function. So what I will do is I will write here. This is all I'm doing in this login.h form. So previously what I have done is I have copied all the code from here. MySQL DB is equal to Q database dot add database and in the bracket Q SQLite. So here previously I was making the connection in the CPP file, and right now I will copy all this till here, and I will go to login.h and paste my code here, bool con open function. Okay, so that's done. And what I will do is I will go to my logins.cpp and I will leave this code here. It will show the database. If the database is connected, then it will show in the label on the login form, but I don't need these two lines here, so I will delete it. Okay, so this will remain here. And what I will do is, because in the header file or .h file I don't want to use these labels, because labels is these labels which I don't want to use in the header files. So I will replace this label and show the message in my application output. So how can I do it? Replace this by qdebug and these signs, less than or greater than sign. Okay, and in here also. So what I have done here is, if I have created this connection here in the con open class, and which is using this SQL database object here. Okay, and if this database is not open, if my SQL database is not open, let me make these brackets here. What I will return is here, because this is a bool function and I'm checking if the connection is open or not. So what I will do is I will return false. Okay, and here else if I'm connected to the database, then I will return true. Okay, so this function will check if the database is open or not. If database is closed, then the function will return false, and if the database is open, then function will return true. Okay, that's done. Now we will write the code in this connection close function. So I will write the code here itself also, and here what I will do is, first of all I will close the connection. So I will copy this mydb object from here, paste it here, dot close. And second thing I will do is I will once again copy this mydb database dot remove database, and in here I will pass this function or this class QSQL database here, and I will write dot default connection. Okay, so that's done. So in the close function, con close function, what I'm doing is database. I'm closing my database and I'm removing if any connection is there, okay, or default connection is there. So I have created my two functions now, and let me check if they runs. Let me check in the C login.cpv file what can be improved here. In here everything is okay, but when you go here, now you always need to open the connection and prepare the query and then execute the query. So this code is for push button clicks. So I will show you this code where this comes from. If you have followed my video where I have shown you how to make a login page, and when I select this button and go to slot, right click here and go to slot, and I will select clicked, and when I click there, I have written this code in the last video where I have shown you how to make a login page. So here now I need to make a little adjustment in the code. I need to always open the connection from the database, because SQLite database has a special property that it can cater only one connection at a time. You cannot have multiple connection, or it's better to say multiple open connections at the same time. Otherwise your database will be blocked and your query will not be executed. So what we can do here, we can use our open connection which we have written here, this con open, in the push button event here, or push button function here, which is for the login button. So here everything is okay. When you write this QSQL query, this is your QSQL query object. Just above your QSQL query, just if you don't understand from where this code is coming, just watch my login page video where I have shown you how to write a login button code. It's in the playlist of Qt tutorial. So just above that, what we will do is we will open our connection. So we will write open con here. Okay, just to check if the function name is correct, I will copy it and paste it here. Okay, so this function will open your connection, right? So this function has opened your connection, and now we will prepare the query. So this is the query object, QSQL query, and I will copy this object from here and paste below this, and I will write dot prepare and just close it. And whatever query we are passing in query.exec here in the login code, I will just copy all the query, only the query, not the whole function. I will just copy and cut all the query, and I will just pass as argument in this prepared function. Okay, so whatever you have in the exec argument, just cut and copy it and paste it in the prepare, and this will work fine. So just here query.exec and blank bracket will work here. And whenever you open your connection with the database, if you are done with your querying, then you need to close your connection, right? So what we will do is, we have written in the login page code that whenever our username and password is correct, it will open our second form, which is employee info form of employee info window. So after your condition is true that your username and password is correct, what you need to do is just go below that and you need to close your connection. So what is my database name is here QSQL database. My database object name is mydb. So I will copy this, go to the login page once again, and in here, when my username and password is correct, and now I need this below this this will function as a new window code. So this code will open the new window. So before opening your new window, you need to close your connection. So write mydb dot con close. Okay, this will be capital, I think. So let's check whether a function is okay or not, or copy this function here and paste it here itself so it's correct. So this we have written this function just now. So what I'm doing is my db.conClose, this I'm doing. Okay, or this is not required, just this will work also because we are in the same class. So just write conClose only. So this will close the connection with the database and then open the new window. So let's check whether our code is running till now. I know this is little bit lengthy, but we need to deal with it. So I will build my program and it's running, but it's saying fail to open the database. Let's check why. So fail to open the database is coming from here, because here it is our label from where we are showing our message in the label. So it's in the login class constructor where your setup UI function is there. So here, because we made a new connection function in login.h, which is con open function, so we will just copy it and go to the login cpp, and wherever you were using my db.open code, you need to replace it by this new function which we have written, con open function. Okay, so we are using it here also, and in the push button function we are using it here also in this code also. So I will replace at both the places with our new function which we have written. Okay, so this login push button click function looks like this. So just take a look, or you can see the login video, and just replace that my db.open with our new function. And now run the code, build the code first and run the code. And now it says, this label says connected, so we are connected to our database. And let's check if this login button is also functioning. So we have entered our username and password and click login, and it's going to the second page. Now we need to check if our connection function will work in the new window also, which is our employee info window. This is a second window code, so we need to check if they will work here also. So what I will do is, in the second window I have already made these text boxes and these labels and this push button. So this I will show you in the next video, but let's take a label from here to check if when this window opens, our connection can reopen with the database or not. So we are connected to the SQLite database once again or not. So let's take a label. I will search for the label here. Here is it, and you can change the name here. Label sec, label sec status, because this is our second window, that's why sec. I will copy this name from here, and I can change that. I will do is later. So I will just click this button and go to slots and click this and click OK, and we reach to the save action button perform, but we don't want to do anything here. Or what you can do is, if you don't have this button and you haven't made this code, you can go to edit and your second forms cpp file. Okay, go here, and in the constructor here, which is here, wherever your UI arrow pointer setup UI code is there, just below that, what we will do is I will paste my label name here, and I will once again go to my login.cpp. Here also I have written the same code, so I will just copy the code here, and I will go to once again employee info.cpp, which is our second window code, and I will paste it here wherever my UI and underscore or arrow pointer setup UI is there. Paste it there, and I will just replace these labels with my second window label. Okay, so that's done, and this will show you error because we haven't created the login class object to use it in the other class, right? So we will create a login object, and then we will be able to use this function in other cpp file. So let's see how we can do this. First thing you need to do in order to call this login class functions in your second window functions or window class, which is our employee info class, is you need to copy this header file, or you need to include the header file, which is login.h file, in the employee info.h file, which is our second window file. So now you will be able to use the functions from the login class in your employee info class. And now in this header file itself, what I will do is I will make an object of login. So I will write login class, which is my this class, this login class, which is created automatically. You don't need to create this. This was created automatically when you created this login window. And here in the employee info window, I will just make an object of login. So I'll write con, and this is made, and this con object I will copy, and I will go to employee info cpp file, and I will paste it in this if condition. So if this dot my con open function I will be able to access now. So let's see if I can see my con open function here. So now this code should work. Let's run our code, save the code and run the code. So first it will open. So let's see what is the problem here. So what I can see it from here is Qt is not allowing me to declare this function or login class object directly in my header file. So I will cut this login code from here, login object code in my employee info.h file, cut it here, and I will go to my employee info.cpp file, and just above my code where I have written if my con open is not true, then it will say failed to open the database. Just above that I will paste my login con object code. So write login con and just use this con object here itself, and now let's try and run the program once again. Save and run, and it's building, and now my code is running. You can see the status here, it's connected. So our login page is connected to the database. I will just pass my username and password, click login button, and you can see here my second page is also connected to the database. So now my con open and con close function are working, and in the next video I will show you how to save your data in the database using your second form. So